The design, goods, and time pressures vary from facility to facility. Let us look at the following processes, which are inherent in all facilities. 1. Inbound transport arrival and identification of loads. Transport must be scheduled. The supplier/agent books the transport load to be delivered to the facility. The load details have been confirmed with the facility. Transport arrives at the facility within the scheduled arrival period, and the check is merely a confirmation of the load. The order number is checked. The dock where the truck should be discharged can now be allocated. The truck waits for the dock to become available. It is then discharged quickly and efficiently. The arrival of transport must be planned so that the facility can provide staff to handle the unloading, equipment to move the goods, and capacity to handle any discrepancies between the stock ordered and delivered. 2. Receiving bay. Once the receipt of transport is arranged, goods can be destuffed or unloaded. The facility must transfer the goods into storage. The facility will incur financial responsibility for the received goods. The receiving bay process involves checking the quantity and quality of the goods. The packaging must be in good condition and suitable for handling and storage. The unloading must be efficient and cost-effective for all parties, yet allow checking of quality and quantity. The best method. Allocate the receiving bay for the goods. Choose a door that minimizes the distance the product must travel to its storage location. Offload the goods from the truck and place them on the floor, starting as far from the truck as possible in the first of the demarcated, marked, arrows. 3. Transfer of stock into storage. Goods must be moved into a designated storage space. The move must be confirmed with the Warehouse Management System, WMS. If not done, the WMS will assume that the goods are still in transit between the receiving bay and stock location. Clear marking of the storage location leads to accuracy. Error of the product in the wrong location is a major problem because it means that the product is not available. The code number is allocated for each slot, which is used to confirm that the process has been completed correctly. Racks are often identified by designating 3 alphabetical characters to each space. E.g. A05E may refer to a location in the row of racks marked A. The 05 column of spaces in the row. 2 characters are used in this group as the number of columns may exceed 10, and space marked E, which is the 5th space vertically in this column. 4. Replenishment and letdown of stock to pick face. Full pallets are stored in the upper levels so that the easily accessible levels are left for pick faces. The process of moving pallets from these upper storage levels either to the pick face or the dispatch area is called letdown. Pick face replenishment, a place where the selection or pick of a product for dispatch occurs. It is usually near the floor or walkway level, where the goods can be accessed easily. As stock is picked from the pick face, it needs to be replenished. Pick face replenishment must be done as a highest priority activity in the pick cycle because if not done in time it may result in stock shortage at the pick face, delaying the picking process. Letdown for full pallet stock pick. When an order of more goods is received than held on one pallet, it is better to allocate a full pallet first to replenish an order, and the remaining part of the order is then picked from the pick face. 5. Order processing. Once a customer submits an order, it must be processed to check if the products requested fall within the supplier's range and availability, and if it is feasible to ship the products. The order is mailed to the warehouse where the products will be shipped, and the products are picked or selected for dispatch. 2 ways of operation. A customer is promised delivery. For example, in an internet-based selling organization, stock is reserved as a customer places an order. The reserved products are removed from the stock available to subsequent customers. Multiple customers belonging to a single organization may be treated equally as a block. If there is insufficient stock available, the available product is allocated to the customers following the supplier's or agent's instructions. 6. Stock picking or picking goods from storage. Instructions to pick a certain quantity of a particular products come from the warehouse management system in the form of a pick note. A pick note contains information regarding the order and the location of the pick face, where the product is stored. It also contains other information, such as a full description of the product, to assist the picker. It is in the form of a printed form or a wireless terminal carried by the picker. The most recent method is a wireless voice-activated picking method, voice picking. It is difficult to detect errors in picks. The consequences of incorrect picks are physical stock and information records that do not match and customers who receive the wrong goods or even no goods. The stock in the pick face must be reconciled with what has been picked to discover errors that may exist, if any. 7. Dispatch assembly area or assembly of goods to create a transport load. All goods from the sections or PPCs in the facility are accumulated into suitable loads for transport. It must be done very systematically, as goods should be loaded within the shortest possible time and in the most effective way possible to minimize transport costs. Goods should be recorded as received in this area so that outstanding goods are easy to identify. The best way to accumulate loads is to allocate a lane for each customer. Loading products into vehicles must be recorded to ensure that the correct product is loaded. The driver of the transport must be held accountable for the product and loading process, as the driver is responsible for the product once the vehicle leaves the loading dock. 8. Delivery of goods and obtaining proof of delivery. There must be a positive means of confirming the transfer of goods to the customer. Ownership and risks pass to the customer on the handover of the goods, and there should be no confusion over when and how this happens. Some firms use company stamps in addition to the signature of a senior employee authorized to receive the goods. A POD document signed in accordance with agreed procedures is a prerequisite for transferring goods to the customer. It records the completion of the facility's task. Without the POD, the seller will not get paid, and the warehouse may be held liable for the loss of the goods. 9. Proof of delivery and billing. Proof of delivery authorizes a facility to bill for the service it renders. Customers are bound to query some of the deliveries. Proof of delivery can be imaged onto a computer system, and sorted according to the reference number on the proof of delivery, so that when a customer queries delivery, the proof of delivery image can be found very quickly and faxed to the customer for confirmation of delivery. The customer may also read the barcode information of the goods in their system. The system will print a receipt and send the facility a copy of the information received from the scanned barcodes. 10. Return of unwanted goods. Goods must be returned to the facility because stock was delivered in error, overordered, or damaged. Stock delivered in error, the stock was not delivered to the correct customer. Stock damaged goods in transit should be returned to the facility, and the customer is credited for not having received the damaged goods. Stock that the facility agrees to accept back from the customer should be recorded as returned stock. Goods returned to the facility must be credited to the appropriate customer at the rate charged by the facility. Damaged goods should be stored in a separate area. 11. Write-off of stock. Damages may occur during operation, transport, and loading or unloading. Damaged stock must be removed from the stockholding in the facility. Goods should be sent to a specified zone designated for goods that are sold at a reduced price, where the goods can still be sold, or zero value, where goods are scrapped. Once any value received is recorded, the stock should be removed from the facility and the stock value loss is recorded. 12. Stock counting. Stock counting is done to eliminate errors causing mismatches between the warehouse management system and the physical stock. Full stock count, conducted by two independent teams, that verify each other's results. This is often done to confirm stock for financial auditors. If the teams agree on the numbers, these are inserted into the warehouse management system as correct stock quantities. If there is a discrepancy between the results of the two teams, a third team is introduced to recount the stock. The process is repeated until two of the teams agree. The process relies on the controlled counting of the stock, and figures obtained from counting the physical goods override the warehouse management system figures. Cycle counts reconcile small sections of the facility on a continuous basis. The pick faces are counted every morning when all picks are completed and recorded in the warehouse management system. The stock count and the warehouse management system are reconciled immediately. The storage areas are also checked continuously. The stock is categorized for the purposes of cycle counting. High-value stock is counted more frequently than medium-value stock, while medium-value stock is counted more often than slow-moving stock.